everybody. So I'm going to go through and actually explain how to use a reflector. This is a 5-in-1 studio reflector. It can also be used outside. We have a couple different uses for this reflector. So if you guys are in the classroom and everything, it's most likely going to be in a black case, so you just want to unzip it. Just be careful when you take it out of that enclosure, because if you unzip it and you aren't paying attention, it's probably going to go like that for you. So you don't want to hit anybody in the face when you do that. A couple of things about those reflectors. They can be used for different things. So this 5-in-1 can actually be used to reflect light, it can be used to block light, and it can also be used to diffuse light. So the whole thought process on this is that to flag it, you'd want to actually block whatever the light is that we need with this black side on the top. So if we have the sun coming in this way, and if we look at the reflection right there, it's actually going to block all the light and flag it from actually coming in from the sun. So same thing would occur if we were using studio lights as well. So that's the thought process on flagging or blocking light. If you turn it over to this silver side, this is a reflector side, so I could actually probably reflect this right into the camera lens. Did that work to my camera assistant? Are you nice and bright? Okay, perfect. So whole thought process is on this is that you can even watch right here is that I can light my face up by actually reflecting. Let's find that light here. Is my face getting a whole lot brighter right there? Okay. So what the reflection actually does, it actually bounces more light in underneath people's chins, on their face or on their body or whatever we need to actually take out some of the shadows. So you'll see a lot of the time, especially in like if you go watch MTV, you look on like Real World, go like everything on the outside, you'll watch. If you watch those people like out on a beach or something, you'll see like the light go really, really bright and like it'll kind of dim a little bit. They're actually using these probably silver reflectors. That's why a lot of the time you'll see almost everybody wearing sunglasses as well, because it's super bright. The easy other way to tell if somebody's using a reflector is that in the actual photograph or the video, you'll actually see down here. So if you maybe come up on here, you can actually see my sunglasses. You'll see the actual reflector. Okay, it works the same exact way. Also, if you have people's eyes, look at their eyeballs and look at the iris. You'll actually see what's called a catch light. So that's what this is actually called. So in the bottom of somebody's eyes, I can even see it in Eilish's eyes right now, because it's reflecting right here, is that you'll see that catch light. So that's the reflector side. Okay, if you take this part apart, okay, there's also this nasty gold color that I hate, because it actually makes people's skin tones extremely gold. Now, a lot of people will say to use this gold on like let's say swimwear or somebody shooting swim. A lot of the time maybe in regards to like let's say Sports Illustrated or Maxim. But what I'm going to do is that I'm actually going to put this on here. Okay. Once you get this kind of zipped up here, up, it'll be nice and tight. And so this gold color and everything, okay, let's go ahead and reflect on my face. Nice and gold. Yeah, kind of icky probably. It's very unnatural. It looks like you just got back from Jersey Shore. No offense to everybody over there. But you know, honestly, this gold color is probably not the best to use in regards to actually getting that nice golden skin tone. A lot of people out there will actually try to explain it to use around sunset, trying to actually get some of those natural tones back in there. But if you actually go in and white balance based on that, or like let's say use some sort of diffusion material to diffuse the light, if you do have a golden hour coming in, if you bring this gold in and try to reflect at like let's say sunset, it's going to be like 2 or 3 times as orange. So you know, it does have uses and everything. If you do want to like let's say golden up somebody's skin by using something a little bit gold, they do make a reflection material that is silver and gold. It's actually a whole lot more probably mellow tone. to it, and that's what I shoot with. I've got a big one. I think it's like 6 feet by like 8 feet or something. It's really big, so it does a full body very, very well. These are much smaller, used for like just kind of more headshots or maybe a 3/4. I would never probably use this for a full body because it actually stops and it falls off light based on the center subject. You can probably get somebody pretty far away if it's really, really bright out, but if it's just kind of like normal, maybe patchy clouds or a little bit overcast, you probably won't see that much of a difference. Then you have this white one. This white one is very neutral, so this actually works very, very well in sunny light. It does not blind your models, so that's also one thing that you want to make sure that you are not doing. If you are out on set, or at least your models understand, don't look into the bright light because it will honestly blind you. It looks, if you are using even gold or the silver one, it is really, 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 really bright. So this white one actually produces a very, very neutral tone to it. If you want to diffuse light, meaning if we want to stop down the actual light coming from the sun, you can actually pull all this apart and then use this kind of transparent, you can't really see a whole lot through it. Okay, you can kind of see maybe some of my hand and everything here. Whole thought process is on this is that, why don't you come over here, Eilish? And then I'll block from this angle. So if you want to tone down some of this sunlight, let's go right here. It's fine, right on my face. Here we go. It was right here, nice and bright. Okay, I'm gonna hold this up right here and you will actually see the nice tone that it actually tones it down. So a lot of the time if you look in regards to catalog or maybe e-com, if there's more lifestyle imagery on their website or something, you'll look a lot of the time, if you look on the photos, that they're only gonna be shot from like knee up or maybe ankle up. And then kind of look at the background or look like back here, and if you see a square in the background or on the ground, actually they are using some sort of diffuser up there to actually tone that down, so you don't need a whole lot of artificial light, maybe some studio heads to bring in, or some any kind of like artificial light. A lot of the time you may need to fill it in, but a lot of the time if we are like, let's say, shooting catalog or outside, we'll just use diffusers and then reflectors. Maybe a lot of the time white works very well. If you don't have any of these, a white sheet works really well. You can build your own frames. If you don't have any of the silver reflectors, tin foil and a piece of cardboard works also very, very well. So it is not one of those to where you got to go spend a whole bunch of money. One of the things about being photographers is that coming up with things actually is how you really, really learn how to use this stuff. So in the beginning, when I really started as well, I was like making my own stuff out of sheets, using tin foil, using Saran wrap for all kinds of stuff. You know, anything that you can actually try to figure out on your own, it probably will work. It's more or less trying to figure out what works for the basic techniques and everything, and then as you progress through your career, this stuff does make it really handy in regards to actually how to do some of this stuff. So that kind of goes through, you know, the 5-in-1 reflector. I believe this is a 54-inch. They do make these in other sizes. I've got some small ones and some bigger ones, and like 4x8 one, and some big rectangular and square ones as well. So they all pretty much do the exact same thing. So for the most part, diffusion, that's what we use the white one for, or you can actually use it to reflect onto here, so I can actually brighten up my face a little bit right here, okay? So I can take that away and it's probably a little bit less, but it's not so bright, just like using the silver one. You can use the silver one, you can also put the black one on here and block light, or if you don't want a reflection, like let's say coming off of this glass, if we had somebody sitting here, you'll see a lot of the time if you're shooting in the city, glass will reflect off of the skyscrapers and everything, so these things actually really do come in very, very, very handy, even though you may think you have, you know, blocking by like a building or something. You know, light could be actually coming off of the wall that you may actually need to flag. So depending on what our use is, stay away from this gold one, it's just gross. So use that, use the silver and the gold one if that's really what you're looking for. But I use these all the time, studio and outside, so you know, if you do want to get these, you know, they have them all on Amazon. There are cheap ones and expensive ones. They all pretty much do the same thing. So hopefully now you have a little bit more information on how to use these reflectors. Hey, welcome back everybody again. So I told everybody how to open these, but I didn't tell you guys actually how to close them. A lot of the time people will get these and they start going like this and they don't know what to do, and it can actually like really, really be kind of confusing but also frustrating at the same time for a lot of you guys. So easiest way to do this is that if you hold this reflector just like this, and you gotta kind of use some of your muscle tone, okay, in order to be able to twist this thing. But if you hold it like this and you twist opposite directions like this, it will actually fold up pretty easy into here. It may take you a couple times on how to do it. Don't try to like go like this, it doesn't work. Don't try to go down on the ground, you're gonna get it dirty if it's raining outside. So honestly, the easiest way to do it, once again, okay, if you hold it from the sides, just go ahead and twist opposite directions from left to right, and it will fold up nicely up into it.